What's up guys, in this tutorial I will give you 7 tips for 7 different tricks, and in the end I will teach you 2 combos. The first to start with will be B-kick or butterfly kick. When you're jumping off for the butterfly kick, make sure you turn your ankle 45 degrees, so just a little bit. It has to point frontwards and then will be much easier to do it. The second tip is make a big dip. What I mean by that is you put your hands on the chest and you do a big dip, very big. You're making the big dip and in the end you pop. So you basically have to pop in the end just like that. Once again you dip, you look behind you and you pop. After that you can do it without putting your hands on the chest. The third tip is, I already spoiled it actually, look behind. So right now you're behind me, and when I'm taking off, I'm looking at you, I'm looking at the camera. And then you just jump, and this is actually big kick. You dip, you look to the camera, and you jump. Coming up with Arial. This is basically the same like big kick for me, but instead popping out and spotting behind you, you have to spot in front of your toes. So how I start, again, I start with 45 degrees turn of the ankle. I do the dip, but instead going that deep, I just go like for the cartwheel. So something like this is happening. When you do it, please try to do it always on one spot, on one place. You can see this is on one spot. And how to do it on one place, make sure you bend your back, you stretch your back frontwards. You are trying to touch with your nose your toes. Hook kick. How to do a hook kick? You come in this stance if you're going to do the left hook kick, and in this if you're going to do the right hook kick. So in this case we are doing the left hook kick. The first tip before even doing the hook kick, before hooking, is to turn and spot the camera. So my spot is you right now, I turn and I spot you again. After you have done that, you make sure when you turn, bring your left leg up. It's basically tucking with left leg. So once again, I'm spotting you, I turn and I tuck. The most important thing in tricking that I learned is spotting. Spotting in kicks, spotting in flips, and spotting in twists. Now you do exactly the same, but then you stretch your leg. And you come back. Try to feel the tension, the stretch in your leg while you're doing it. So you do it slowly and you feel the tension in your leg. If you want to be a little bit more balanced, try to lean a bit frontwards when you're doing it. So instead of trying to get the highest kick possible, just lean a little bit frontwards, just like this. And then you're much more stable. I have also a few tips for the round kick. My round kick is not the best, but what I learned from pros, I'm going to give it to you right now. Whenever you try to do the round kick, bring your leg up. And if you can bring it to here, you're basically done with the round kick. You just have to stretch. So you bring your knee up. Do few of these exercises. Bring the knee up. As you can see, I'm still spotting in front of me. Next thing to do is tornado. A lot of people have problems with the steps, and what I do is from right to right. Then I'm going to my left to right. I spot, jump, bring my left leg up here, and then I just do the round kick. When you take off, the first thing to do is to bring your left leg to your chest, something like this. You see, I'm trying to bring it as high as possible. And this also depends on your mobility and your flexibility. You see how much better it is actually when you bring the left leg up and then you kick. Once again, bring the left leg up. And you're done. This is a general tip for all the basic kicks, because whatever you do, you have to bring this left leg up. And for the cheat 720, you bring both legs up. But this is a topic for another video. I want to say big thank you to all people who are supporting me on Patreon. I want to keep all these tutorials free, and you guys give me the opportunity to do it. If you want to support me as well and support my work and my tutorials, you can find link in the description down below for the Patreon. Thank you. Before I give you tips for the cartwheel, make sure you check out the tips for the aerial, because when I learned a good aerial, when I improved my aerial, my cartwheel improved so much. First of all, I will start again with the positioning of the legs, of the ankles. You turn it. When you do it, make sure you turn it again 45 degrees and you just go like you're doing handstand. I know you'll be asking for the run up and how to do it and which run up to do it. Please guys, stick with standing, because once you learn a good standing cartwheel, so many more tricks will unlock for you. Next tip, when you do it, use your arms, use the power, use the strength of your arms. Make sure you get the biggest momentum out of your arms. Again, for the aerial, we were spotting in front of our leg, in front of our toes, and you have to do the same for the cartwheel. I'm taking the power out of my arms, I'm spotting in front of my toe, and I'm going for a handstand, but actually we are going for the cartwheel. As you can see, when I'm doing it faster, my both ankles are pointing frontwards, and just before I do it, it turns 45 degrees. The other tip when you're doing it, make sure your arms are coming here, just a little bit behind your left leg. So if your left leg is pointing frontwards, your arms has to come almost on the same line. This is the positioning of the ankles, and when you do it, the arms are coming here. They're not coming here, they're coming here, behind the leg, behind the toes. And this is it. Many famous big trickers are pushing from the back and from the elbows at the same time. But for you, I would suggest push just a little bit from your elbows and just a little bit from your back. What is the difference? The difference is this is pushing from your elbows, like doing a push-up. And this is pushing from your back. You're not bending the elbow anymore. So I will show you now with pushing up. And as you can see, after pushing up, I'm ready to do full, double full, triple full. And I have a bonus tip for you, and this is if you're going to learn cartwheel and then some twist. When you land it, make sure you think you're doing front twist. I learned this from my friends in Russia, and always when you're doing the cartwheel, you think I'm doing a front twisting, not back twisting. So let's say you're done with cartwheel, and then how do you put your legs on the ground after the cartwheel? Make sure they are as close as possible. You see? And now I'm able to jump or to pop and do easily double full. Very easy. And now we are coming to one of my favorite tricks, and this is gainer. I hated it for so long, for so many years, and now I love it. I had some mistakes in my gainer and I couldn't do gainer switch as much as I wanted, but now I'm very happy with it. Already the first mistake that I was doing was the takeoff. So how I was jumping for the gainer switch. I was going like for the corks, but to be able to do that, you have to have really good control in your gainer switches. So as you can see, this line, I'm in the right side, and when you do it, you turn almost 90 degrees, I would say 80 degrees, and you jump on the other side. Let me show you from here. You do it like this. So I'm going from left to left and I swing. Next tip, when you swing, don't let your swing stop here. You always have to think that there is a ball right here and you want to kick it. So instead of doing the gainer switch and going from here to the gainer switch, go from here. Look at this swing. It's much better and you're getting the whole momentum out of your leg. When you have done all this stuff and you're ready to take off, bend your back and try to do it on one place again. And this has to happen very fast. I'm going to land it on the same spot. You see how much better this is, and you're ready actually to swing it and go for another gainer switch. Other very important tip that I learned in Russia as well from Stepan Berketov is to be relaxed when you're doing flips. It doesn't matter if you're doing gainer switch or triple backflip, you have to be relaxed. There is a momentum where you have to put the full power, but in general, be relaxed. You have to imagine that you're in the sea and you want to be on the top of it, and when you're relaxing like this. I struggle so much with this, but I try every day to improve it and to be relaxed. Now it's coming time for the tricking combos, and this is after you have done all the tricks. The first combo is you do round kick, you step on the ground, you do hook kick, and then you step, do a small jump just like that, round kick, hook kick, and big kick. Easy combo to impress your friends. The second is tornado, hook, aerial. You do the tornado, you stop, you do the hook kick, and then you go for the aerial. Let me know in the comments down below which tutorial should I do next.